guys, and welcome back to the channel. So what have we got here today? Today I am reviewing the Adidas Takumi Sen 11. Is it worth the buy? Let's get into it and find out. The Adidas Takumi Sen 11 has been in my shoe rotation now for approximately about a month, but the Takumi Sen range for me has always been something I have gone to for either my sessions or my my lactic threshold or VO2 max kind of session shoe. So it's been something that's always been round about in my shoe rotation for a little while now. And the only reason I've actually bought the Takumi Sen 11 is because I've only recently retired the Takumi Sen 8 and the Takumi Sen 9. I think I've still actually got the 8s around here somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, the Takumi Sen 8, and as you can see, it's getting pretty well beaten up now. I mean, even the as you can see there, the upper is starting to give way. So I thought it's best really to retire this one after so many miles. I mean, the outer is holding up really well, but the upper is starting to fall apart. So that one has retired for me. So in comes the Takumi Sen 11. What have we thought of it now? So I've took it out on a variety of runs, mainly, like I've said before just now, mainly session days. I've took it out on a tempo and just more the shorter, sharper stuff. It's where it's probably going to be sitting in my rotation. So right, what we'll do, so these are my initial thoughts. So I'm going to do a little breakdown of the shoe. I've got a few little notes here in front of me, so you'll have to forgive me if I actually looking down a bit. I do apologise, but my memory is not what it used to be. But right, we're going to start with the weight. I mean, I'll put the weight ball up on the screen for you. I think it weighed about 6.45 ounces in my UK size 8, which is round about 164 grams. So I've got some scales down here in front of me as well. So 164 grams. I'm getting I know it says 33 millimeters stack. I'm getting more towards that 35 millimeters stack in the heel and a 29 millimeters in the toe. So it's round about that 7 mil drop altogether. Now if you're expecting to obviously get into this shoe and thinking I'm going to get a real plush ride like the Adidas Adizero Pro 4, you're going to be disappointed. It's not a soft ride. It is more of an old school race-like feel shoe. It is. I'm thinking that this Light Strike Pro they've actually got in this shoe, it's more of a Adidas Pro 3 kind of setup in the midsole. It is a firm ride. Now I'm going to go back to my initial thoughts, because when I first put this shoe on foot, I've been used to running in the Sen 8 and Sen 9. I didn't get the 10 only because those two have been very durable for me. But when I slipped this one on, you do have to kind of shoehorn yourself into this, by the way. It is a very snug fit. So, but there's plenty of room in the toe box once you get it on. But the initial feel underfoot when I got this on, I was a bit, okay, this is not as firm as I thought. I mean, I like my interval shoes to be quite firm underfoot, but it was a little softer than I remembered this Sen 8 to be and the Sen 9. But I persevered with the shoe and I put it through a variety of type of runs. And it's kind of, obviously, my brain's kicked into gear. It's like, okay, yeah, this is quite a firm ride. I've put it through its paces, and with the combination of the rods and that foam, it is still quite a firm ride. You do get a lot of ground contact feel, and it is really, really snappy. It is fun to pick up the pace in the shoe. And I have to say, I am actually really enjoying putting it through its paces at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the outsole, we'll do the midsole, and we'll have a little overall look at the upper, see where we are. Okay, on the outsole, what we have here is Adidas's light traction, which you seem to be getting on all of their Adizero range. It seems to be very, well, I won't say it's extremely grippy, but it seems to be a very durable material, quite like a sticky rubber. But I would say be careful. I know we've got a lot of wet conditions here in the moment in the UK, with a lot of leaves decomposing on the ground, and we've had a lot of rain. So I've had a couple of little moments where I've just had to rein the pace back in a little bit, where I'm cornering at high speeds. But yeah, we've got light traction here on the outsole. We have 12 centimeters here in the forefoot. You've got a patch of continental rubber, and at the back here it does actually taper in quite narrow here at the back here, but you do have a little pad of light traction with this Adizero logo on here. Also with the combination of Adidas's, as you can see there, carbon rods obviously in the shoe. Now, from what I've actually done with the shoe so far, I mean, there's not a mark at all on the outsole. I mean, the wear and tear with this shoe, I've got a feeling this is just going to go and go and go the distance. For me, this is a 5 to 10k shoe. I would say you could race in this shoe. It's got that race-like feeling in it. But I would use, this is going to be solely used in my rotation for 5k and 10k training at those higher end paces, and that seems to be where it seems to want to fit more comfortably. We'll go now into the midsole. Now the midsole, like I mentioned before, you're not going to get the same feeling as you get in the Adidas Pro 4. It is more of the Adidas Pro 3 kind of setup, more of that type of feel. I did enjoy running in the Adidas Pro 3. It was more of a firmer ride, and you're going to get that type of feeling in this shoe. I found it very fun to pick up the paces. It is very light and nimble underfoot. Like I said, a very firm ride. If you like that firm ride feeling, you're going to love this shoe. I mean, I found with the Sen range, it seems to be a very Marmite shoe, if you know what I mean. It's, you either love it or hate it, and I have actually loved the Sen range, and I do love the Sen 11. The upper, so with the upper, like I've said, it is a very snug fit around. Once you actually do manage to shoehorn yourself into the shoe, it is a very, very snug fit. And it does actually form around the foot very, very well. I did, it took me a couple of attempts to actually get the lockdown right in this shoe. I mean, the tongue, again, I don't know if you can see in there, the tongue is actually stitched. It's not, I would say, is it actually a gusseted tongue? There is on your, like you see just here, look, where this stitching is, that is the only section where it's holding the tongue in place. So you've actually got the tongue stitched onto the upper here, so it isn't moving anywhere, so you're not going to get that issue at all. With, again, the Adidas shoe, you do actually get a pull tab here on the heel, which, to be fair, in this shoe, I've actually found this one to be quite useful for a change, Adidas. You do actually need to shoehorn yourself into this, but yeah, that little pull tab there is, I found this to be a very, very useful. Around the heel, you don't get any, as you can see here, you don't get any structure at all around the heel. You do get a slight piece of padding around the Achilles, around the ankle collar just here. So very minimal padding. It is more that race day type of feel of shoe. So a minimal upper. You get this light lock stitch just around here. It kind of, this light lock is supposed to give the upper a little bit more of a structure. So you do get, like I said, this light lock stitching just around here on each side of the upper to give that upper a little bit more of a structure feel. Overall, my initial thoughts of the Sen 11 It is a great shoe to fit into my rotation. Ideal for those session days, ideal for that VO2 max or that tempo kind of run. Just something that you want to pick up the pace and get you moving. It's a fun shoe to run in, and I have loved every single moment running this shoe. One of those shoes I think that's gonna just keep going and going. I mean, this outsole, I just think it's just gonna last. My Sen 8s, I've looked back on them recently. I've put hundreds of miles into the Sen 8s, and again, I'll get back on it here with you. Look, let's put this one down, and as you can see here, this is the Sen 8, and this outsole on here, it's still absolutely spot on. Really, I had no problems with actually using the Sen 8 for more miles, but the upper just started to break down. So that's one beauty about the Sen range. I think they can just go and go and go. So I mean, for the price point, I paid £130 for this on Pro Direct Running. For me, I thought that was an absolute bargain. I got it in the Black Friday sale, and it is a great shoe to go into my shoe rotation. So if you're looking for a shoe to pick up the pace in your session days, but I will warn you though, it is very firm underfoot. You do get that snappy feel, that race kind of feel, but please don't go into just thinking, oh, I'm going to be getting the same kind of foam compound or that kind of feeling I get in my Pro 4s. It is a completely different shoe to the Pro 4. So cast your mind back to the Pro 3, you're going to be getting more of that kind of feel. But overall, Adidas Takumi Sen 11, initial thoughts are, great shoe, great for your sessions. 5k race, I probably won't have a problem taking it for a 5k race. Not maybe a peak race, but absolutely will do a job, and I'm so glad I have got this into my rotation. Right guys, I'm going to wrap this one up here. I hope you found this useful. These are my initial thoughts on Sen 11, and I will be continuing putting this through its paces in the coming months. Right guys, I am going to wrap this one up here. You don't want to hear me waffling on all night. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment down below. Have you got the Sen range in your rotation at all? Have you got the Sen 11? What are you using for your session days and your workouts? Comment down below, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now guys, bye bye.